following video is brought to you by the Boston Sports Entertainment Network. Please consider liking and subscribing for more Boston sports content.
The red, white, and blue. I can't lose with the red, white, and blue. My whole crew is the red, white, and blue. I represent the stars and stripes. I am a patriot, a true American. I am a champion, yes, and that's on everything. I will protect my home. I will defend, fighting tooth and nail to the bitter end. I don't play to lose, nah, I play to win. Rain, sleet, or snow in the wingland. What? Let me say it again. I play to win. What it is tradition. I'm in the game, playing like Brady. 10 soldiers deep in the field, no Navy. Riding for my soldiers and they riding for me. No matter where I touch down, it's a TD. 2 hands up, yep. Field goal.
Good evening, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome back to another episode of Pat's Nation Nightly. My name is Zach Ventola, joined as always by Ben Belford Peltzman. Obviously a heartbreaking loss for the Patriots yesterday evening. Now heading into the bye week, 3-10. We're going to be watching some film from yesterday's game, but before that, Ben, how are you doing today?
Fantastic. And I'm really excited because this is really the nitty-gritty stuff. This is what I get excited about watching football, really breaking down the plays. So Zach and I are going to do our best to look at some of the major plays. And if this works out well and you guys like it, then we're going to continue to do this. And even looking for the offseason, we'll continue to come back and watch the film. So this will kind of be a Monday film recap. Just offering a little bit of a different perspective. I think that could be useful for you guys, and especially coming from us two. We'll tone down the language so it can be understood by the average person, and hopefully you learn something along the way as well.
Yeah, and this is a little bit of a work in progress. Our first time doing this live, so please forgive us for any technical difficulties that we may encounter. And really, that first one being that NFL.com, which is where I'm able to get all of this film, all 22 films, sideline, end zone, whatever it may be. They didn't have the Patriots' first drive available, so our first play that we want to look at is going to be coming off of the NFL.com highlight video, which is a great start. But just to give it a quick watch first, it is the fake handoff to Marcus Jones, then a flip to Hunter Henry, which goes for a pretty large gain.
And Zach, there's no way to get off the icons in the middle, right?
I don't believe so. I believe it takes a few seconds.
There you
to
go.
go
There you
away.
go. There you go. There you go.
Okay.
But
with us pausing it, it won't. It'll likely stay there.
Okay. Well, work in progress, like we said here. So, this comes at 2nd and 4, and you really see Alex Van Pelt starting to dive into his pocket here and call some interesting looks, interesting plays. So if you leave it here to start right now, we see the Patriots are kind of lined up in this double back pistol formation here. You have Marcus Jones actually, and Hunter Henry, which is really unusual. Sorry, Hunter Henry's in the wing, and then you got Marcus
Gibson,
Jones.
I believe, and yeah,
Antonio Gibson.
Jones.
So Hunter
Gibson.
Henry's in the wing right here, and Marcus Jones is kind of the center of this play because the Colts know what he can do, right? Believe it or not, Marcus Jones can play on offense. So you'll see the linebackers here in the middle here. If you go to the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker here, he is going to first shade to Marcus Jones, right? Because he thinks that this play is going to Marcus Jones. So the whole play direction is now shifting that way. And as a linebacker, it's really, really important to stay balanced, right? Because you're the center of the defense almost. So as you see, the play is shifting towards, we call this the field, which is, since you're playing on the right hash, it's the field side, the more open side. So everyone's shifting over there, which allows kind of unique play design. So you'll see as May flips it to Hunter Henry, the Colts were playing the run to Marcus Jones so much that guy number 54, I feel like 54 right there, that edge rusher has already
51.
taken himself
Yeah.
out of the play. He already
Yep.
took himself out of the play because he overran Hunter Henry here. So again, Henry comes to the wing here. The play fake to Marcus Jones. Drake May has great vision, and really, this is the only target that Drake May is looking at. All the other receivers, everyone else is just down blocking. You see Layden Robinson, 64. He's pulling right now, and if you play it through, he kind of blocks the mic, or he's supposed to block the mic right there. Again, he doesn't do a great job of getting there. He kind of overruns him a little bit, but it doesn't matter because Hunter Henry kind of shifts anyway from him. If Layden blocked that one guy there in that pull, and it's kind of a theme, Layden Robinson was a little slow blocking to the second level against this game. Hunter Henry might have taken this to the house here. But again, this is a great play design from Alex Van Pelt. 2nd and 4 is the perfect down and distance to try one of these plays, right? You're in the red zone, the deep red zone, around the 20-yard line. And again, this could have gone for a touchdown if the Patriots just executed the blocks just a little better. If you want to run that through one more time.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, he gets to the 8-yard line.
Yeah.
Maybe it's 7. Might have marked it at the 7 there. But, yep. Let me just go all the way. There we go. Runs through a few guys as well. I mean, very impressive play, not only design-wise, but the execution from Hunter Henry there, getting the ball in his hands, reading the blocks well, and then running 2 dudes over. Very impressive stuff there.
Yeah, again, I really like the play design. We'll go to the next play now.
Yep. Just
Now
real quick, I do want to point out how I know, Ben, you talked a lot about it, but the attention that Marcus Jones brings, I mean, he's a guy where he's incredibly explosive with the ball, and seems like most of the time when he's in on offense, it's a play that's designed for him. So using him as a decoy here, having him kind of go to the outside, even Antonio Gibson here, looks like this linebacker might be reading him a little bit, and then gets caught by the time that he has to correct himself. It's a little bit too late. Layden Robinson doesn't get out there, but if he had, as you said, this could have been a more successful play. And again, Hunter Henry breaks it for a pretty good gain. Now, moving on to our next plays. Let me just bring it back up. Now, I will be going back to the typical all-22 film instead of the highlight video.
Please leave your comments too. If you have any questions,
yeah.
please.
Any questions or any plays that you guys want to see?
Yeah. Okay, so right now we're looking at
let me make sure this is the right play, actually, because I believe it restarted us on the drive, and it did. So what we are supposed to be looking at, here we go, is the Colts' first touchdown of the game, where Anthony Richardson found a wide open Jonathan Taylor down on his right side.
Okay, so if you go from the beginning, can you? All right, we'll watch it through.
Yep,
Sorry,
just play through it once and
play it through it one more time. Play through it one more time so you can see it without the pause. Okay, so go back to the beginning and you can pause that if you get a sec.
Yep. I'll wait for the lineup.
So the Colts are doing something really untraditional here. They are going a 4-by-1 set, which means on the right side of the formation, they have these 3 bunch receivers, these trips receivers, but then you got Jonathan Taylor, who are lined up right next to the right tackle, kind of in that wing position. Anthony Richardson is empty, which first signals to me that this is about to be a designed QB run. I really thought this was going to be a QB run to the right side here, but they are going incredibly unbalanced here. There's way more to the right than to the left. You have a lone receiver to the left who's kind of just there to occupy one of these cornerbacks, right? But what you see here is these trip receivers will all run crossing routes to the middle of the field, which will kind of occupy the middle of the Patriots defense. And that's the first thing we'll run through and watch is just how these three Colts receivers will occupy all. And then you have the fall, right? And then you have the fall receiver. Wait, pause. Keep it right there.
Yep.
I just want to point out really fast that this is already a misalignment. I can tell because the Colts have 1, 2, 3 receivers here, and the Patriots have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that 6 or 5?
I believe.
5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Jonathan
So
Jones,
unless
Christian
they're
Gonzalez,
doubling-
Marcus Jones, Jabril Peppers, Kyle Duggar.
Again, unless they're I don't have the play in front of me, so I can't really tell what the Patriots are doing. But I highly doubt they're doubling more than 2 of these Colts receivers right now. This is Jabril Peppers is that deep safety right there, and he initially
Well,
So
he's pointing out nobody's on Adonai Mitchell.
Yeah. So look,
Nobody.
He's already. If you look at that, he's already signaling like what's happening. Now,
Which keep in mind, I know Jonathan Taylor scored this touchdown, but Adonai Mitchell, who Jabril Peppers was pointing out right before the snap, is also wide open. Nobody anywhere near him. He has a walk-in touchdown if Anthony Richardson throws him the ball.
Correct me if I'm wrong. The guy closest to Adonai Mitchell is Kyle Duggar, right? Because this is definitely I'm almost positive this is Kyle Duggar.
I believe it was
man.
So that's Peppers. Duggar's on the complete other side of the field, but it looks like Peppers might be calling to Duggar to get over on this side. I mean, it looks to me that Jonathan Jones is where he's meant to be, that he's kind of supposed to be more of a safety double team type of guy on this play. And it looks again that Jabril Peppers is pointing out to Duggar, come down on this either. I mean, look, if Anthony Richardson gets this ball out quickly, and I know that's not really how the play is designed, but if he throws that ball, that might be a touchdown right there too to that receiver. So just everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong.
And again, you have Tavai here who's rushing off the edge. I almost feel like he's responsible for the running back here, but again, I don't entirely know. It kind of makes sense for me that he would be responsible for the running back. Let's see how many rushing you have. You have the Patriots are blitzing here, as you can tell. If you want to play it back really fast, you can see the linebacker here just comes right through the B gap, I think, and blitzes. So the Patriots are showing a almost all-out blitz. They're blitzing 6, which means there's going to be a hot guy.
But are they supposed to? Because one of those 6 is Jelani Tavai, who leaves Jonathan Taylor wide open.
Which is what, yeah. So, I feel like Tavai's that's responsible for the Taylor. Again, it's a really, really interesting look, and this is one of these things that the Colts haven't really shown this season. They've shown it a 4x1 set very, very few times, and it's something that, again, if they've only shown it once, Bill Belichick was notorious for saying, like Ernie Adams and Bill Belichick would do every single play they've ever shown, like
in the last
and not
10 decades, or 2 decades. Yeah,
exactly. And again, maybe they have, they did rep this type of play in scout team over the week, but it was just a total mismatch communication. It's again hard to know without knowing exactly who the assignments were. But there's no way that Taylor is supposed to be left open because he could have just crawled in right there, honestly.
Yeah, but again, I mean, it's not entirely on Tavai, obviously. Just to point it out once more, Adonai Mitchell is completely unaccounted for. There is nobody anywhere near him. He probably has an easier touchdown than Jonathan Taylor here, just because of how Taylor has to kind of tightrope the sideline. So it's partially on Jelani Tavai, who probably should have recognized that Jonathan Taylor is completely running out here wide open, instead of trying to block Tavai on a design QB run. But still, this is a bad play on multiple different levels, and that's honestly unacceptable to have a misalignment like that. if I had to guess, I mean, the Colts get to the line quick here. They get on the ball about 2 seconds in, and the ball is snapped 4 seconds in. So from huddle to snap is 2 seconds
Yeah.
ish, 2.5. So
Continue. Sorry. Continue.
so it's a tough situation there, where in a look that the Patriots obviously have not seen much from the Colts, having to make that adjustment and think back and realize what's happening. I guess putting that out there with how quickly the Colts did this and how well they executed it, maybe it's slightly more of a good play by the Colts than a bad one by the Patriots. Because again, in a look that's this rare, they don't have any time at all to adjust. They don't have any time at all to call a timeout because the ball is snapped within 2.5 seconds after the huddle breaks. So that is something that I didn't notice at first, that I do have to give the Colts their flowers for, because that is very impressive situational thinking right there, just getting the ball snapped that quickly.
On second look, I don't think Tavai's at fault here at all. I'm rewatching the play again. I think so. This was cover 0 by the Patriots. They just showed an all-out blitz basically. I don't think Tavai, because Tavai's showing blitz all the way. And it's almost like he wouldn't be running so hard at the quarterback and then having to flip his hips, and the Patriots wouldn't have him doing that. If you just watch again, I almost wonder here. Jonathan Jones definitely has either Adonai Mitchell or Jonathan Taylor. It's hard to know which.
I think Taylor, right?
I would have, probably Taylor, because I would have.
He might have.
There's no way to me. There's no way that Tavai on second look has to get Taylor. And usually it is the linebacker. Usually Tavai's playing the Sam linebacker position, and usually it is that guy. But there's no way they wouldn't have Tavai blitz like that and have to cover Taylor.
Yeah,
Either way,
I still think if that's the case, they need to. It's still a bad plan to stop this sort of look, and maybe they didn't have much of a plan because they didn't expect to see it. But just with how quickly Anthony Richardson kind of got this out, he's pretty much winding up to throw a second and a half after getting the snap. That I don't think Jonathan Jones is crashing down that quickly. I don't think Kyle Duggar is crashing down that quickly. Especially with that much traffic in the middle of the field. I guess it wouldn't have really obstructed Jonathan Jones that much, but I just don't love the look for the Patriots.
Yeah.
It might not have been as much execution based as kind of everybody had thought at first, although that is definitely an aspect of it, because again, pointing it out once more, Jabril Peppers knew something was wrong. He's not supposed to be the only person anywhere near Adonai Mitchell here. But I think that it's not a great call by the coaches in this look.
Okay, let's move on to the next play.
Let's do it. Oops. So the next play is going to be Drake May's 41-yard rush. Get it pulled up right here. This is going to be 2nd and 5. I'll let it play out, actually. 2nd and 5, though, from the New England 35. May rolls out. Gets a block. And again, 41-yard scramble. It's one of the Colts' only plays in man coverage really throughout the whole game. Again, May drops back, gets pressured kind of from the right tackle, maybe a little bit from the left. Maybe not. Vidarian Lowe kind of gets a little bit of a pancake there, but as soon as this corner right here turns his eyes, Drake May's gone.
Can you watch it back one more time?
Yep. So I believe that's Kayshon Boutte at the bottom of the screen.
Who were they? Who were they double? The Colts just doubled. Kendrick Bourne. Watch that again. The linebacker. It's so hard. Sorry, like it's so small. Yeah, that's Kendrick Bourne, 84, right there. Right. All right. Watch two linebackers. You got the linebacker here,
Yeah.
and you have this guy. They're all following Kendrick Bourne. And watch. By the
Which
time
one of them is probably meant? It might just be that one of them was supposed to be a spy, and
that's what I'm saying. Because look, as soon as this linebacker, the outer guy, realizes Drake May is climbing the pocket.
Yeah, yeah, right there, and he is
exactly. So that's kind of what created the play to me. The linebackers usually are always in charge of kind of containing. They're the second level, right?
Yep.
So they're trying to contain the quarterback if he steps up in the pocket. The Colts, I think, when if you go back to the beginning, it looked like cover one. But this again was cover one man. You have a kind of flood concept almost for the Patriots. You have Hunter Henry running that kind of deep post right there on the right side, or deep corner route, I want to say. And then you have Stevenson running to the flat on the right side. So all these routes are really going to the right side besides, I think this is Douglas, if you want to play it one more time.
Yep. 1 second, sorry.
Sorry, no, you all good. Yeah, so look, the whole play design right now is going to the right side. All the routes are initially going to the right. Then you see some players with the scramble. When they see Drake May or their quarterback scramble, they're like, turn up field, they'll try to find open grass. But the play concept is all going to the right. Hence why there is, again, so much green grass here for Drake May. As, again, the pressure came kind of on – I mean, you kind of had a lot of guys get beat here. The right side does a good job, but the left side here, Drake May does a good job stepping up. But again, there was pressure in his face. I mean, look, like almost immediately right there.
Yeah, that's Trey Jacobs.
Yeah, good job stepping up there. And then that's again when I can't talk. When the receivers see Drake May running, you see them start to block. That's a really I can't tell who that is, but that's a good block there. Who's
here
that?
Or
yeah,
right here, Boutte.
Yeah, Boutte. So if you continue, play it through.
Once he sees Drake May moving, he gets straight to his man and just that's a great block right there.
Exactly, and that's what made really that play happen. Again, if only that second receiver came, that's a really hard block. That might be Kendrick Bourne trying to come off the completely other side of the field. No,
Pop
it's not.
or Pop?
That's Pop. There it is. That's Pop. Again, if Pop was just a little quicker with that play recognition, that's such a hard play to play. Such a hard block to make, but Boutte does a really good job there on the outside, letting Drake May get 8-9 extra yards.
I know May is, at this point, line of scrimmage at the 35. He's pretty much already establishing himself as a runner right here at the 32. But man, if he can set his feet here, again, I'll go like half a second back. If he sets his feet here, you got Pop Douglas right there for a potential touchdown. I can't complain because, again, obviously this turned into a 41-yard scramble, but that could have been a touchdown on that play because there's no one within. You got this guy who he has no chance of getting that ball if it's thrown. You got the safety who's on the complete other side. Maybe Boutte's man, but I think that, even there's no way that he can get there. So if May throws that in with enough velocity, that's potentially a touchdown, but I wouldn't expect that play to be made. He's, again, seeing this much green when he's about to cross the line of scrimmage. Just something that I noticed as we were watching through it, though, that I wanted to point out for a second. Should we move on?
Yeah, let's move on to the next play.
All right, so the next one is going to be the interception that the Patriots got. Intercepted by Christian Ellis after being popped up by Jelani Tavai. We'll just watch the play through first. Popped up. Christian Gonzalez shoves down Michael Pittman Jr., and Ellis gets the interception.
All right, can we watch it too? Maybe once,
Yep.
once or twice more. I want to look at. Okay, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4 down linemen for the Patriots. Let's see. So only 4 going.
Oh, that is not the right play.
Yeah, I was about to say.
One
Looked a
moment,
little
my
different.
apologies. It's the next play.
Okay. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4 down linemen for the Patriots. It's a little stunt right there on the left side. Jelani Tavai does a really good job kind of tipping that.
Yeah, I think this is just a matter of Anthony Richardson did not see Jelani Tavai. Not to take away from the play by Tavai, because he did a very good job there, but I mean, Jelani Tavai is standing right there, and Anthony Richardson is throwing it right here.
And you can see, if you play it.
Yep.
All right. Anthony Richardson gets the ball, and he doesn't even look anywhere else besides that left side of the field right there, which
Yep.
helps the Patriots defense. He's just staring him down the whole time. Like, you knew that ball was going there, and that's why you see the safety here, like at the top of the screen for the Patriots, just darting towards that side of the field as soon as he sees it. Because, I mean, again, that play's going nowhere else. Drake May did a good job of manipulating his eyes. That's something Tom Brady did, that he just did it so well. I mean, Anthony Richardson snaps this, and he's staring directly at where he wants to throw. This was just good defense by the Patriots. A great play by Tavai. The rush was getting there too. The Patriots did a little stunt on the left side with Christian Barmore, if you see there, going around. So again, there's pressure in his face. They did a little like loop-de-loop on the defensive line, the Patriots. So there's pressure there. And you can see too on the bottom of the screen here, like these guys, if you just watch, like the stick route right there is open for maybe 15 yards, and Anthony Richardson just doesn't even look at it.
I mean, that's Jonathan Taylor. That might be a touchdown if he
that safety's getting there on the Pat the Patriot.
Yeah. Good point.
But even so, that's again easy pickup, something that they're probably gonna watch on film and be like, that really sucks.
Yeah. Again, just going back to Tavai, really recognizing here. I believe he starts on, is that Adonai Mitchell? I can't tell. I believe it is. Starts kind of just right over him. Sees Richardson staring down the side of the field and kind of knowing like, well, this isn't going far based on his eyes. It's not like Michael Pittman is right here. You know, he's right behind Tavai. So seeing I'm standing right where the only inside place where Adonai Mitchell could go, and I'm also standing a few yards short of where Pittman could go. Just kind of settling right in the middle there, and then when Richardson has to throw that ball, making the play. Again, very good recognition, and I said this yesterday, but I do want to say it again. Instinctual, very heads-up play by Christian Gonzalez right here. Just balls in the air. Who's the only Colt in the area? Let me get him on the ground.
Yep.
You can't teach, or well, you can teach that, but it's harder to teach that, and that's just a smart football play.
Yeah.
Move on.
Completely agree there. Yep.
All right. So let's go now to the Drake May touchdown pass to Austin Hooper. Maybe May's best throw of the game, potentially. This was a dime. And I think he might have had a touchdown to two different players here in the same area.
All right, let's watch this. Okay, so this is something that, like, first I'm watching this is I really wish the Patriots did this more often. And when I was listening, the last thing I want to do is repeat something that another Pat's creator content guy has said. When I was listening to Taylor Kyles earlier, he was kind of mentioning this a little bit. You see the mismatch with Austin Hooper lining up on the linebacker here. And he brought up a really good point, is that Austin Hooper is a pretty athletic guy. He's a pretty athletic tight end, relatively in the NFL. And this is the type of mismatch that the Patriots are going to want to look for often. You have Hunter Henry on the field at the bottom of the screen here next to the right tackle. And you have Austin Hooper on the other side. And then, again, you got two wideouts here. The Colts are pressing the top of the screen and the bottom of the screen. So they're playing man coverage here, but they're pressing the receivers here, which are going to, you'll see here if you play it through, cause just a little trouble at the start. They back off just a little bit. But, again, the bottom of the screen, that's good defense there. The top of the screen, that's pretty good defense there too. So those two guys are not going to be open. The two open guys would be these two tight ends and Antonio Gibson maybe out of the backfield. But those wide receivers, I mean, that there's no way that ball is going there. That's Jalen Polk. Oh, no, sorry. That's
that's Polk right at the top of the screen who, I mean, I don't think May would throw it like this in game, but
maybe
with where that is, if Austin Hooper tipped that ball up, that's a touchdown for Jalen Polk. Well, who knows?
I don't really trust
it's Jalen Polk. It's
yeah.
Jalen Polk, so I won't say that it's definitely a touchdown, just based on what we've seen so far or the lack thereof. But if that is Pop Douglas or somebody who we know is proven can catch the ball, I think that is potentially a touchdown. Although I don't think it would play out like that if he was the intended target there, because again, I just don't see. I mean, he had come to a complete stop, would have had to turn around and take a full step back towards the ball on a fade route. Not very likely to happen in reality, but again, he potentially had something there. Of course, though, Austin Hooper just getting to the outside of this linebacker, breaking, and look at that anticipation from Drake May. This ball is about to come out right now, right? He's winding up. Austin Hooper is not broken yet. He's about
right now,
to.
none of the Patriots receivers are really open. If you throw that ball to Antonio Gibson, that might be a 1 yard gain, maybe two. None of them are really open right now.
Yeah. No, nobody is. But Drake May recognizes Austin Hooper has this outside release. He has space towards the sideline. Polk is going to attract attention from this corner to run him. Really probably should have been further into the end zone, but run him kind of right to the goal line. And I guess almost act as like a pick once he does get there, just to block off that body from getting to the ball. But yeah, right here, no one's open necessarily. But Drake May is about to throw that ball, and Austin Hooper is about to cut. Boom. By the time I clicked unpause and pause as fast as I can, that ball is out. Austin Hooper is still not fully cut. Now he has... Look at that ball placement.
Yeah, agreed.
That is absurd. He put it in the perfect place. You cannot... Again, you can't teach that. That is just elite ball placement. Not only anticipating Austin Hooper's going to be open, Austin Hooper is going to end up right here, and I'll have to place it a little bit above, let him high point that ball, but getting it there. That is an elite trait. There are not many quarterbacks in the NFL who can make that throw, or at least make it as consistently as Drake May has proven that he can, or throws of a similar caliber, excuse me.
Yeah.
So yeah, Hooper goes up, makes the catch.
Yep,
fights through contact.
Agreed. Okay, next spot. We can do probably two more.
Yeah. Do you want? I'm gonna do one real quick. I'm gonna increase that to 3. My apologies, but just because one of them is very quick, just as a clarification, because I know it was talked about a little bit with the Pop Douglas motion that nullified a touchdown for Kendrick Bourne. So the reason why now the penalty was Pop Douglas never got set, which a lot of people interpreted that as he went in motion and then he didn't get set, although that is not what happened. Douglas is moving east-west here, so he doesn't actually have to get set. The issue was that he never got set before he goes in motion. If we watch this, he's at the bottom of the screen, still moving. Now he's going in motion.
Yeah.
Never got set.
So
I did want to point that out.
Go up again really fast.
Oh, yep. Do you want me to restart it?
Yeah. I just want to talk about this play again. That's a really good point because I saw a bunch of guys on Twitter saying it's because he went in motion and didn't get set. When you're doing that type of motion, pre-snap,
You don't have to.
You don't have to. You can just go completely. But like I was saying last night on agitated was he didn't even get set before the snap.
Yeah. All right. Well, the next play I had was that Antonio Gibson touchdown, which came on the next play. We can watch that real quick.
1 sec.
I'll play it all the way through. Handoff to Gibson. Fights through contact. Bounces off. Touchdown. I'm not sure that there's really necessarily much to say here. In all honesty, offensive line doesn't necessarily do a great job here. I mean, there's a small hole kind of gets filled up. It's just Gibson staying as close to Mike Onwenu as possible here. Fighting through this contact off the edge. This defender doesn't really go for him because he expected a tackle to be made there. At that point, he has to reach. Gibson gets by. This guy has to reach. Gibson gets by. All of them have to dive. By then, he's in the end zone. So, not a ton to say there. Just a great heads-up play by Gibson, getting by, and again, playing very close to Mike Onwenu once he pulled, because there was not much space there. Staying with his lineman and getting through. Now the last ones, I just had it down as the last plays of the game. So let's start out again, just real quick. We'll go through all of these a bit quicker than we did on the last ones. The touchdown to Alec Pierce. Just a very good play by Richardson and by Pierce. Not super open. Who is that in coverage? Is that Duggar?
Yeah.
A bit slow getting there. Yeah, he should be playing further up on that. I mean, nothing's getting past him in the back. He's standing in the back of the end zone. I would likely be playing more up here than back here, but it is what it is, I suppose. The extra point or the 2-point conversion, again, kind of as expected.
I mean, everyone's been talking about it. Christian Ballmer got totally held there. Oh my gosh, what is...
I had not seen that, but yeah, you cannot do that. That is not a legal football play.
What did is that Christian Elias in the middle of the field as a linebacker?
I believe that it looks to be him. Yeah, that's Christian Ellis.
Elias.
Yeah,
Ellis,
so
Ellis.
I mean, understandably so. where he's moving to, except Tavai's
No,
right
he
there.
needs
though.
to. He needs
Yeah,
to. He
Tavai's
needs to
right
stay.
there.
He needs to stay
He
in
needs
his
to
lane.
stay
He
in
needs
his
to stay in
gap.
his gap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't notice at first that Tavai was there. I just saw, I mean, right there. That's a lot of green.
He's the only. I mean, he's really the only linebacker occupied right there. He needs
That's
to.
on Ellis.
Yeah.
And then last, that's a good eye by you. I did not notice that at first. Just again, these last couple of plays, and then we'll wrap up. Drake May drops back. Gotta have it. This is the disappointing one. Oh, come on, man.
That's a really good play in zone coverage too by the Patriots. I mean by Drake May. That's a really good throw to make. I mean, I know that's a little high, but that is over the linebacker beneath the safety. That is gotta have it.
Yeah. I mean, five more yards after that play, maybe 7 more yards after that play. With their, if they had gotten that, called a timeout, gotten another 5 to 7, called a timeout, you're looking at a game-winning 62 to 65 yarder instead of a game-winning 68 yarder, which we know he came up just probably 2 to 4 yards short of. So, look, if Hunter Henry catches that ball, the Patriots more than likely win this game. And then again, just end of game execution, getting these plays out quick. Hunter Henry, better play here than on the last one. Getting the ball, gets it down.
Hey,
quick decision
Zach,
by
can you
Drake
go back
May.
to the last? Can you go back to the last play?
The drop? Yep.
This is a really, really, really similar route concept. 2 plays in a row by the Patriots. They line up the same here, and instead you see Kendrick Bourne in the F position right there, playing the slot. You see Bourne right there. Yeah, he on the following play he kind of hooks to the sideline. This play he's kind of keeping in the middle of the field here, and you see at the top of the screen that deep out route, and then obviously Hunter Henry. If you go to the next play, it's pretty similar. It's definitely a similar look here by the Patriots, 2 plays in a row, except that Bourne in the slot here is it's the play develops much exactly. It's almost the same play, except that all the routes are just thinned, basically.
I mean, you're seeing right here
because
the Colts
of a look,
have 5 defenders on the 45-yard line.
There's no way you're getting something over the field there. Exactly. Yep.
So instead, throwing it at the 40, getting an extra yard or 2 just from diving down. And then the last play, other than the field goal, again, I believe 8 seconds left at the time of the snap, getting the ball out quick. Oh, man. Again, was it, Ben, do you recall, was that 8 seconds or no? Maybe it wasn't. Maybe that was,
it was less.
4.
I think it was
that
6.
was 4.
I think it was 6. Are you sure? I think it was 6. I'm almost positive.
I think it was 8 at the time of this play, because I know it was 12 to start, and then this, I believe they originally had it as 7, and they put it back up to 8. So I mean, there's no way this just, maybe it was only 2 seconds or 3.
It was. They wouldn't have
snapped
put a
at
play with
4.
3 seconds. I'm looking. 1 sec. There's no way.
My guess would be 5 seconds.
It would
so
be
yeah, I guess
at
there
max,
wasn't. There wasn't
at
time.
minimum. It would be. The Patriots called the final play. You're right. They only had 4 seconds.
Yeah, so they didn't.
Wait, no, but they added 1 second on the clock. The officials added 1 second. They had 5. I remember the officials.
Yeah, so
adding 1 second.
I can't complain about that. Then I was gonna say maybe you. Again, originally I thought it was 8, and then I remembered that was the play before. I was thinking if Hunter Henry fights for 2 more yards here, again, maybe the Patriots have a chance at making that field goal, but obviously did not have time there. Started the play with 5 seconds, not 8. Had a bit of a brain fart there. But with that being said, that is the last play of the game. Other than this, I don't want to rewatch it. I don't
Yeah,
think
no,
anybody
no,
does.
no. Let's
So
go
we'll
back.
close
There you
that out with that. Thank you all for watching, listening, all that good stuff. We will be back live again soon. No game to preview this week with the bye week, but we'll have something good coming up. Until then, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much for
Thank you.
watching.